What up, people? Please give this video a like if you like the video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the icon in the bottom right hand corner of this video, and then make sure that you turn your push notifications on so you can receive updates every time we post a video here on the Vanderverse Gaming channel. Okay, people, welcome to another journey episode. In today's episode, we're going to cover chapter 6 of the journey. In the last episode, we covered chapter 5. Chapter 6 journey is actually pretty easy. It's more of a resource thing than it is being able to do the achievements. So I'll go over and show them. These used to be harder because getting demon blood was a problem, but there's some pretty easy places to get it these days. So let's get into it real quick here. So by this time, you should probably already have these 3 unlocked: cripple an enemy, sunder an enemy, and make an enemy bleed. If you're using daggers, you'll make an enemy bleed. Sunder is with a two-hander, either a two-handed mace or a two-handed sword. You can sunder an enemy. I think even a one-handed mace also has a sunder ability. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then cripple will actually be used by using a one-handed sword and also, I believe, a two-handed sword. So you can actually find out by, if you click on it, it should tell you, like right here, it has cripple ability. And so it should tell you those in each of the different weapons that when you make them, it'll tell you, like this right here has bleed ability. So just make sure you equip a weapon. That is one of the 3, but by this point, if you're switching around weapons, you most likely have already unlocked those. So in order to unlock the rest of the feats, of the journey in this particular chapter, you have to be level 35. And the reason you have to be level 35 is because it requires that you use an explosive, and it requires that you lure an enemy onto a trap. And in order to do that, you need to unlock explosives, which requires the apprentice pottery, which requires the furniture maker. And so here it is, and then you have that. And then you also need to have a fireable cauldron unlocked as well. And now we can make explosive jars, and we can make the different traps. So these are handcrafted all on your body, but the actual demon powder is actually crafted at the fireable cauldron, which is why we need to unlock that. So let me just make sure that I have it unlocked. It doesn't look like I do. Oh, maybe there's just a little lag there. Yeah, okay. So right here is dragon powder. So in order to make the explosive jar, you need 5 tar, 1 dragon powder, and 1 jug. So the jug's real simple. You just find your right here's the jugs. It just requires 50 stone per jug. So I'm just going to admin panel put them in here. So we'll just say jug and 1, 2. So once you have your jugs, the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to create this demon powder. So this requires demon blood, brimstone, crystal, and steel fire. So steel fire comes from mixing brimstone with tar. Tar comes from your tanner bench, which I believe I don't have set up right now. But to get a lot of tar, basically what you do is you just get on your skinning knife, whatever version it is. If you're level 35, at this point, you should have access to a higher level skinning knife. So if we unlock this, you'll see where's skinning knife. Where are you? Skinning knife right here. So you get this at 31. So basically you just take your steel skinning knife and you just go kill some animals, skin the crap out of it, and then throw them onto your tanner, and then produce large quantities of tar in order to then get steel fire right here, which is tar and brimstone. Now brimstone, I did a video on where brimstone is. You can find it in my episode 10 of my new player's guide. But real quick, I just want to kind of show you some locations for that. So in the newbie area, there is a cave where you can get brimstone pretty easily, and I do believe the cave is right here, so we'll just teleport to it. The cave's full of alligators. They're not hard, they're just regular crocs. So they're pretty easy to kill, and then you just kind of harvest all the brimstone. This is a really good brimstone farming spot. The other brimstone farming spot requires a sandstorm mask or a C-type mask, which comes from a higher level of, I think it's like a tier 2 set altar is where you make it. But like right here, you can see there's a brimstone. And then we'll come down in here, and you can see all this brimstone right here. So lots of brimstone in here. So if you look, it's just right here in this cave, Galaman's tomb, filled with lots of brimstone. There's some other areas, but some people did point out in my video that I made, the episode 10, I didn't show the jungle and where there was brimstone there. So we'll kind of show that here. So basically over here in this pirate cove, if you just pour it over into the water here, you can pick up a bunch of brimstone at the bottom of the water. You will need breathing potions to get it, but if you're over in the jungle, there is an area to collect brimstone. However, it's not nearly as good as getting brimstone from, you know, actually mining it. But if you come, where am I? Did I go far enough? Hold the phone. You know what? I'm too far out. I think it's right here. Let's go a little bit closer. I think I was too far out. It's pretty deep down, so yeah, this should be it. Let's see. Brimstone, where are you? Yeah, so right here you can see around all this little area here, there's all this brimstone that you can then get. Now a lot of these you can't actually harvest. You can see they just, let's see if we can get some more if I use a pick. Let's put a pick on here. Let's see if it'll allow you to do it. Yeah, so if you hit them with a pick, even though they're little chunks, you can still get more than if you tried to gather them with your hands. So right there is 4. Right there's 5. If I were to just try and pick it up, I'm only going to get 1 each time. So just make sure if you are coming down here that you do use a pick in order to harvest it. It doesn't look like you can hit them with a pick, but you definitely want to do that so you can get more. And then over in this area right here, the salt flats, this is where you can also get tons of brimstone. But again, it requires a mask because there's gas. So in order to do this, you either need to unlock your, right here, this sandstorm mask will help you breathe. And then also if you get a tier, let's see here, that's tier 1. Let's find tier 2. Set altar. Where are you? Set altar right here. You'll see this C-type mask. This should also allow you to breathe in the salt flats. So once you get your brimstone and once you get your tar, now you're going to need demon blood. So demon blood used to be really hard to get because it rarely drops off of imps. But there's a couple good locations that you can get brimstone on. The best location, well, one of the best locations is up here in this volcano area. You can see it right here. So if I teleport, there's these rock guys, and they drop a ton of demon blood. And then there's also another spot right down where the jungle and the desert meet, which I'll show you in a second. And so once you can gather the demon blood and gather the brimstone, it's pretty easy to make. So if you're up here, let's just wait for them to spawn in. Since I teleported, it's going to take a second. I'm very cold. Let's see if they're up here. It's usually wandering around right around here, so I can show you. Now, I've already showed this in my guide for new players guide. It was episode 10. I showed this location, but I did not show the other location, which I will show you guys here in a second. But this is all in order to show you guys how to get the demon blood in order to get the explosive journey and the set a trap journey. So this guy's not spawning again. This is what happened last time, but just take my word for it. He spawns right here, and there's usually 2 or 3 of them, and they give you a ton of demon blood. There's also one of these guys over here. He spawns, I believe, like right around this area. Let me just remember. I believe he spawns like right here. Let me see. And then this guy I think will be there, and I can show you kind of what he looks like. Again, this is all in my new player's guide number 10, but I just wanted to show it to you one more time, and then we'll go back and we'll make the explosives to show you how you get the journey achievement. Alright, so let's ghost just because I can fly and it makes stuff easier. And see where little praying monk action here. He should be right up here. Where is he? Yeah, right here. So these are the guys I was talking about. They're not too bad to kill. I'll just use my iron daggers on him. They have a good amount of hit points if you're still using iron, but by this point you should have steel. If you're going to be doing this feat, I would suggest steel. I just don't want to knock him off though. You know what? Let me just put in steel, and then this will go a lot quicker. I just put in a hardened steel, but whatever. Hopefully this won't give me any kind of achievement that I'm not ready yet for the journey. Alright, let's get this guy dead. Alright, so once he's dead, you just harvest him like this. And brimstone and demon blood. So I'm only using an iron pick, and I just got about 6 demon blood off of him. And you can see that you really only need, for dragon powder, I believe you only need 2. The other good place to get demon blood, which somebody commented on my channel, is right here, where this section is here. There's these weird looking dog things. I guess they're cats. I don't know. They're undead something. Dogs, cats, beasts. I don't even know what they are. But they also drop demon blood. Just want to show you what they look like here. They're all over the place around here. Okay. If they spawn in, they're like these things right here. So here these things are. Creepy looking guys, much, much easier to kill, as you can see. And then hit them with this. And, oh, he didn't give me one. So I guess it's, you get less off of these, but you still have the ability to get it from them. So let's kill this guy, see if he'll drop it. But you can see they're all over the place over here. Of course I ran out of stamina. And try again. There you go. 2 demon blood. So he only gave me 2. So yes, the quantity of demon blood is not nearly as high, but at the same time, you can still get it here better than like trying to kill imps. I think they have a better drop rate than imps do. Let's just see. See if this guy drops it. Maybe it's not as good as I thought it was, but in any event, this is how you get demon blood. These are the different locations you can do it. So now let's go back, and I digress, and let's actually show you how to make the explosive and how to use it. So you most likely have seen videos where people are raiding with explosive pots and they're shooting them with a bow. You don't unlock the journey by shooting it with a bow. You actually have to activate it and run away. So we have our demon blood. So right here we have our demon blood. Let's just say we have our brimstone. We got our crystal. There's crystal caves. I showed you guys that in a previous episode. And now we make our demon fire. So let's just make it quick. Admin panel. God, this thing's going crazy. And just call it, what is it? Demon, no, dragon, sorry. Dragon powder. 1, 2. We're gonna need 2 dragon powder. So, all I need is tar. So let's put on tar. I'll make air. Now, you craft your explosive pot, and then in order to make the trap and lure a creature onto a trap, you need an exploding pot, which is just iron, an explosive jar, brimstone, and branch. So we actually need to make 2 explosive pots. Alright, so now, in order to earn the achievement for the explosive pot, you actually have to activate it. You can't shoot it. So this will be a fun demonstration. We're going to put it right here. And then instead of shooting it with a bow, you actually have to click E on it. And you actually have to say interact. Once you interact, run away. And then you're going to get the step for using an explosive. So there you go. So now I got the step for using explosive. It just unlocked that on my journey right there. So now we want to lure an enemy into a trap. So let's take the explosive jar and we're going to make this. So let's do admin panel. Let's do iron bars and branches. And now we'll create a trap. So trap's the same thing, but they actually have to see me in order to lure them in. So let's take off cloak so they can actually see me. And let's make it dusk. And then what we'll do is we'll upset something big. We can upset these guys. Okay, so now they're upset. So you just lay it on the ground. Building's not allowed here. And then once you lay it on the ground, if you really want it to be effective, you just got to kind of stand near it. And there you go. So they both died. I probably would have died too, but I just got the journey for lure an enemy into a trap. So we already got 5 of them done. We have modify a weapon, modify armor, squish something in a fluid press, and drink from a well. So a fluid press is very easy. You have to be level 28 to make it, right here. And then once you make it, it only costs some shaped wood, 40 wood and 8 shaped wood. So very, very super easy to make. And then you can pretty much crush many different things into one of these bad boys. So let's just put that in our inventory. Let's make one quick. And what we're going to crush. So this is this is a really good tool for making oil. So we put it in here. We go to our fish trap over here. See, it's probably got plenty of fish in it now. Yep. Take it. We'll go up into our newly laid fluid press, and we'll dump these in. So as soon as you put something in, you're going to get the journey unlock for squish something in a fluid press. Now the well. So the journey is to just drink out of a well. So as long as you drink from a well, you can actually earn this. So if you just run around and you find somebody who already has a well and you drink from it, you'll get this achievement. But if you want to make a well, then it takes a lot of tar. It's very tar heavy. So right here, here's the well. You actually make the well on your artisan workbench. It's right here. And you can see it requires 60 brick, 60 shape wood, 300 tar, and 42 iron reinforcements. So you have to skin and produce a lot of leather in order to get 300 tar. It's pretty costly for that. So I would suggest trying to find somebody else's in order to make it. In order to get the journey unlock instead of making your own, unless you build in a place where you are nowhere near water. If you're nowhere near water, then having a well is like pretty awesome. So let's just admin panel in a well, just so you guys can see it. We'll put it down somewhere, and now all we have to do is click E and wait till it fills up with water, because it doesn't fill up right away. You'll see the water actually show up in the bottom. We need to go back to daylight again, and as soon as you see how it just filled up with water, click E, and now you just earned the journey step for drinking from a well. So the last one we have is modify armor and modify weapons, and then we'll go scout a Dogs of the Desert camp. So modify armor is right here. You get it at level 26. And then modify weapon is right here. You get it at level 26 as well. These are all made on the blacksmith bench for the weapons, and for the armor, it's made on the armorer's bench. And they're pretty simple to make. You basically come over here, and let's just show you. So like, here's the different types. Here's just a simple weapon damage. It requires oil. So you saw I put fish in here, got my oil. And then it requires some steel bars. So this particular one requires steel bars. So we go to admin panel, we go to steel, and here we go. I just want to see something here. I could have swore you got one at level 20. Maybe I'm wrong. Simple armor patch kit. That's for repairing damage. That's not an actual upgrade. So maybe the first one is level 20. Yes, it is. So, okay, so we have the bars on us. Now we'll put them into our blacksmith bench. So you just throw in the bars. Where are my steel bars? And you throw in the oil, and then you craft it. And then as soon as you craft it, you basically just take it and drag it onto one of your weapons. So in this particular case, I'll just drag it onto here. And it's going to say item cannot be modified because it's a different level. So the hardened steel, this is a steel one. So unless I have a steel weapon, it shouldn't work. So this is only iron. So we actually need a steel weapon for it to work. So let's admin panel. Let's just get ourselves a steel weapon here. Let's get ourselves a steel poignards, and now I should be able to get it to work. So drag it on here, and it will turn purple, and you just got a modify weapon enchant, and the same works for the armor enchant. So we'll go to the armorer's bench. And in order to make one of these, you need, let's just say, plant fiber and twine. So what do we need here? Do we have plant fiber and twine on us? We have twine. Admin panel, plant fiber. Put that in the armorer's bench. And craft. Very simple. And same principle. So you take it, put it in your inventory, you go to your item, and you just drag it on it. And if it is capable of working, it should work. So if it's not capable of working, then it will not work. So this says right here, a set of reinforcements can be attached to increase the strength of armor. But it won't actually work on here. So I drop it into my inventory, then I drop it on, and then it works. So that's the key that I want to show you guys, is that you can't drag it onto your inventory. You actually have to take the piece of armor off and then attach it. So now you can see it's on here, and I got the journey request for that. So the only other one that we have here is Scout a Dog of the Desert Camp. Dogs of the Desert are usually in the north area around here. And they usually wear like hyena hide armor. So I know there's one, I believe, right in this area right here. So just for fun, I'm going to spawn in right here, I think. This is where I want to go. We're going to find out. And so you can tell dogs of the desert. Obviously, you can tell them by their flag if you want to look up what their flag looks like. But how I usually know that there are dogs of the desert camp is they're wearing hyena armor. That's a pretty good sign. Black Hand usually wear like light armor and look like buccaneers. The Defari usually wear like the cannibalistic type armor. So that's how you kind of know. I'm actually going to give myself some run speed quick, and just so I can go a little bit faster, and then we'll complete this chapter here. So this right here is the Dogs of the Desert Camp. You can see their flag. And then as soon as you run in, you can see that they, once it gets my journey, right there, you can see they're wearing this hyena type armor. And there we go. So we just unlocked all of the steps for Journey Chapter 6. It wasn't a lot. I spent a little more time showing you guys where Demon Blood and Brimstone is, but this is a pretty easy chapter. You just have to be level 35 to do it, and it's pretty resource intensive to make all the stuff that you need. Other than that, it's pretty simple. There's only one go find this type quest, where down the road it gets a little bit harder on making what you got to make. So hope you guys found this video helpful. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the next journey update. This is Vaniverse and the Vaniverse Gaming Channel. Thanks for watching. Cheers and peace out.